Patrick Findaro here, co-founder at Vetted Biz. Today I'm going to go through a cult following coffee chain that started in the Pacific Northwest called Dutch Bros Coffee. We're going to go through how much it costs to open up a Dutch Bros, how they're performing financially, as well as 3 franchise alternatives that you should consider if you're looking to get into the coffee space. So Dutch Bros is an American drive-through coffee chain. It was founded by 2 brothers, Dane and Travis Boersma, and is headquartered in Grants Pass, Oregon. It primarily operates in the western United States, so they don't have any locations here in our home state of Florida where we're recording this. Majority owned by Travis Boersma, at least before their IPO. I don't know if he still is a majority owner. And the executive chairman is Joth Ritchie, who serves as the president and CEO. The company was founded back when one of the brothers, Travis, suggested opening a coffee cart to sell espresso when their farm was suffering from poor business. Dane financed operations with $12,000 that he made from running a local Dairy Queen franchise on an espresso machine and single push cart, which they set in downtown Grants Pass, where the company is still headquartered. And the Dutch Bros name comes from their grandparents who were immigrants from the Netherlands, Holland. Now, if you're looking to start a franchise with Dutch Bros, I'm sorry, they're currently not franchising. They're really growing through corporate locations. And before they even switched to growing with corporate locations in the past few years, they were really only awarding franchise license to current managers of a Dutch Bros coffee. So for example, other franchise brands do the same thing, like Domino's Pizza, where you really need to work at a Domino's before you're going to be a franchisee of a Domino's Pizza. Dutch Bros continues to really expand. They have about 470 locations across 11 states, again, mostly in the United States. And it's about half company owned and operated and franchise owned and operated. But the company stores are really growing, where the franchises are staying stable or even decreasing on a year-to-year basis. We estimate that current franchise owners of Dutch Bros are taking in $300,000 in profits operating a single location. Now, this is pretty good. However, it's not an option right now. So let's go into detail on 3 alternative franchises that you can invest in if you're looking to get into the coffee space in the United States. Let's start with Tim Hortons, the largest Canadian franchise. Now it's part of Restaurant Brands International, which also owns Burger King, Popeyes, and Firehouse Subs. They sell coffee and other non-alcoholic beverages, as well as baked goods, soup, sandwiches. They were founded in 1984 in Ontario and have now grown to 5,300 plus stores across the globe. We estimate about a 15% profit margin, which isn't bad. So the average store owner of a Tim Hortons could expect to make $160K, $180K from their operations. If they're opening up a Tim Hortons with the new smaller format, you could get a payback in as little as 4 years, which isn't that bad for a quick service restaurant. Looking at Biggby Coffee, a community coffee shop chain offering espresso beverages, sandwich, again, baked goods like Tim Hortons. Their franchise is generally operated as a freestanding storefront or in a strip center, and the profit margin around 15%. It's going to take a little longer than Tim Hortons' small format to get your money back, around 4.5, 5 years for a Biggby Coffee. And the third option, it's not actually a franchise, but they do have licensed business opportunities in the United States and abroad, and that's Starbucks. Starbucks is really the dominant force in the coffee industry, maintaining the highest share of the coffee market at 40%. As of just a couple years ago. Even if it's fallen a couple percentage points, they still have a very significant stake of the coffee industry in the United States. And according to their annual report, they had net revenue above $20 billion. So Starbucks is the dominant force. And when you think coffee, a lot of people think Starbucks. One thing to keep in mind, however, it's not a franchise. As I mentioned, it is a licensed business opportunity. And in the United States, it's not so ideal, as the majority of the Starbucks are owned by the corporate office and managed by the corporate office. And they're generally going after the best territories, the best locations that have a drive-through. So they're going to give you kind of what's left. Or if it's a non-traditional location in an airport, hotel, I don't think Starbucks corporate's operating those type of locations. And with that, you can get a payback in 4 years, potentially less. So in line with Tim Hortons, better than Biggby Coffee. But if you're looking to open up a traditional end cap or inline Starbucks, the payback's going to be long. It could be 8-9 years to get your money back. If you still are really into Dutch Bros, it is publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. But if you're looking to own your own business, you could look at Starbucks, Tim Hortons, or Biggby Coffee. Also, check out vettedbiz.com. We list all available franchises in the coffee space. And our last count, there are at least 15 franchise brands that are primarily focused on coffee available in the United States. So definitely give us a look at www.vettedbiz.com. Thanks.